Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Before we begin with today's top 3 headlines, let's have a look at some recent developments. Western manufacturers are shying away from supplying equipment for Chabahar port that India is developing, fearing that the United States may reimpose sanctions on Iran. These firms dominate the market for customized equipment to develop jetties and container terminals. Israel is set to offer manufacturing of Spike, Fire and Forget anti-tank guided missile to India under Make in India. Spike is a fire and forget missile with automatic self-guidance. India is also looking towards making medium altitude long endurance armed Heron TP unmanned aerial vehicles under Make in India. Beefing up its forces in the northeast, the Indian Army is all set to deploy a squadron of weaponized Dhruv advanced light helicopters in Assam. The Indian Navy had put out an request for information for 57 carrier-borne fighter planes in January 2017, giving manufacturers 4 months to respond. According to sources, it is now mainly between Boeing's F-18 and Dassault's Rafale fighter jet, as the Indian Navy would prefer a twin-engine aircraft against Saab's single-engine Gripen. Carbines are rifles with short-range barrels and are suitable for close-quarter combat. The Indian Army seeks a close-quarter combat carbine with 5.56 mm caliber, having minimum range of 200 meters and a hit target with accuracy better than 4 minutes of angle. Aiming to dominate the Indian Ocean and maritime domain awareness, last week the Indian Navy was tasked to patrol sea shipping routes to the Malacca Straits, southeast of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Indian warships will now be present 24/7 at the western edge of the strategically vital straits, looking at ship movement. It's not for patrol or deployment, but only for awareness of the busiest sea lane of communication that passes through these straits. Top sources have confirmed that this is a part of the target given to the Indian Navy to ensure its dominance in the Indian Ocean by 2020. The Indian Air Force will hold limited trials of the American F-16 and Sweden's Gripen fighter aircraft for selecting the foreign partner to build 120 combat planes under the Make in India project. The total worth of the deal is estimated to be around $20 billion. The 120 single-engine fighter jets would be used by the Indian Air Force to replace its aging fleet of the Russian MiG-series planes. The Indian Air Force has plans to induct around 123 light combat aircrafts, as the government recently gave clearance to a 50,000 crore rupees project to induct 83 planes and augment the rate of production of these planes in Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. On June 13th, 3 Indian warships arrived in the port city of Fremantle in Western Australia to participate in a week-long naval exercise off the Western Australian coast. This India-Australia exercise is the first ever bilateral military exercise in Australian waters involving the Indian Navy and Royal Australian Navy, which aims to develop a deeper understanding and cooperation between the two navies. Australia will send Adelaide-class guided missile frigate, a Collins-class diesel-electric submarine, as well as an elite diving and special operations unit. A number of P-3 Orion maritime patrol aircraft of the Royal Australian Air Force are also slated to participate in the drill.